Hello there, I'm Tim and he's got a very frail constitution and this is how to murder feet. Hiking and rambling and hiking and rambling and rambling. I think I might have got the intro wrong. Oh well, press on. I'm in Lewes again, still on the South Downs way. It's very cold today. I'll give you some stats later once I've looked them up. This is a lovely little high street. Here, look, here's some history. That is Anne of Cleves' house. We'll zoom there. There you go, look, see, there's a sign and everything. Splendid. I expect all these cars going past think I'm police. Yes, Anne of Cleves, famously one of Henry VIII's wives. Henry VIII famous for having 1,001 wives, one of whom he'd behead every morning. Anne of Cleves, being much more wily than the others, came up with the strategy of telling half a story every night and really winding him up so he had to know what the rest of the story was and didn't kill her in the morning. And she lived a lot longer than one night until they were both murdered by Oliver Cromwell. I don't know, I might be making some of that up. Anyway, I've got to go that way for about 3 miles to find the South Downs way again, because it doesn't actually go through Lewes. Lewes did it. So anyway, it's quite cold, so I don't want to stop for long. I'm going to press on. Okay, landscape, not portrait. Can't stand those like You've Been Framed type TV shows. Well, I mean, I can't stand them generally, but I can't stand the ones where people send in mobile phone clips of people falling over and they've done it in the wrong aspect ratio, wrong orientation. You just turn it. You see, look. It's like wide, tall, wide. Anyway, yes. So here I am. I'm still not on the trail yet. You can see that on the top of the hill just ahead. Zoom. The right-hand white path is what I came down last time, feeling all flush and achievement oriented and satisfied. I've got to go back up there to pick up the trail again, which is on the top. Which is good actually, because today you can see probably much the entire route. So there, up to the top of that hill, all along that ridge top, along there, and then somewhere down there it drops into the valley, crosses the Ouse, O-U-S-E, right in for pronunciation guidelines, and then back up that set of hills, and I think that sort of rampy ski jumpy one is just the other side of that is Alfriston, which is where my car's hiding today. So it's about 15 miles. It's about 9:30 now, Saturday 27th of January. It says 7 degrees, but there's a hell of a wind coming in from yonder. Sort of pretty steady 20 mile an hour, I think. Which is not cold, but persistent. So that's more like a feels like 3 degrees today. Hey look, windmill. Yeah. Sun sets at 4:45, 20 minutes later than last time, so I've done science and the days do get longer as we get away from winter. It's quite fine weather at the moment, but those clouds, well, I mean, I've done the research and apparently at about 3 o'clock this afternoon I might be in for some life-changing weather of the rain variety. I've got me waterproof trousers in your bag, so that'll be exciting. Hopefully the temperature picks up a bit by then, otherwise I might actually die. I don't know, we'll see how I feel. So yeah, quite chilly. The best defence against that is to keep on walking, and I bet that hill's going to warm me up somewhat. So I shall talk to you when I've achieved the summit and I'm ready to resume the trail. Wow. You'd think I'd get better at those. At least it was in the shade, in the shelter. And there's me putting a feasibility study about climbing Ben Nevis later in the year together. I mean, Ben Nevis, this is what, about 200 metres up, I think? So Ben Nevis is about 7 of those back to back, from what I gather. So that'll be interesting. Oh, God, you think I'd get better at this? It's that first one of the day, that up onto the hills, early morning start, you know. It's about 10 now, I suppose. Yeah, 15 miles today, although I've already done 3, so so yeah, should be alright. I mean, the rain's going to be the thing to watch out for, but I think I'm prepared. I think I've got the right gear. There's the windmill. Probably had to make out the windmill all day, looking at the sort of horseshoe type route we got today. There it goes. You're on light balance, yeah. Off across that field, that's the actual trail. Coming out of this little gate here with all the ponds and gorse and stuff. Ah, yeah, that's definitely bracing. Oh, horses coming as well. I better put it away. Passed someone on the way up here who warned me about buzzards. Yeah, apparently they make mewing noises. I don't know, I'll watch the skies, but I'm not that much of an ornithologist really. Still, ominous. That wind, it's relentless, all-consuming. It refuses to be ignored. It comes barreling over that hillside. 20 mile an hour, feels more like 30 or 40. So, trudging along the ridge, heading south. I don't dare get the map out, to be honest, today, but if all the other days are anything to go by, it shouldn't be hard to find the route. Maybe somewhere sheltered I can check the progress. It's a shame I bought a new map especially. So I bought my last map for this route. Exciting. Quite a collection now. Yeah, there's the windmill still. And there's Lewes, not Lewes. Yeah, trudging on. Quite a lot of dog walkers and things up here as well. None of them nearly as dressed for the weather as I am. Maybe they're just intrinsically more hardy. I don't know. Big party of walkers just disappeared into that patch of gorse up there behind me, so I want to keep moving on. Maybe they're looking at stuff, archaeology and whatnot. I think there's a big pond inside that patch of gorse. There's quite a few of them, like large circular ponds up on the very tops of these hills. I don't know how the water gets up here, rainwater I suppose. Unless there's like pipe work running up here for farm animals and stuff. So I shouldn't think there's much in the way of aquifers or springs, but you never know. Oh, had a cup of coffee, feeling good, but that wind, it just, yeah. It won't let up, won't leave you alone, won't let you think, you know. I mean, there's blowing the cobwebs out, and then there's this. I think I see why there's no houses up here. Yeah. Oh, but it is magnificent though. End of January, and here I am up here yomping along. Tell you what though, it has made me appreciate my off weekends where I don't do anything at all on a Saturday and sleep till about 1 in the afternoon. Those are quite nice too. Contrasts, bit of everything. Alright, look at that tree. It's grown in a wind-blown shape. Prevailing wind, see? Means it's like this all the time. Ah, right. Look at all those lowland lakes and rivers and things down there as well. Like a floodplain. I think that's the river. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the Lewes or not. I don't know. There may be a sign or something. If I find some shelter, I'll get my map out. Anyway, onward for now. Got to keep moving, or I'm going to freeze. Literally, thermoregulation is not a problem today. I'm wondering if I'm sufficiently trousered. I've only got the one layer on today. So, but that means I won't overheat and die when I have to put the waterproof trousers on. So, you know, balance, swings and roundabouts. Oh, it's magnificent though. Look at it. Some radio masts over on that yonder hill there. Zoom not that great. There you go. I suspect I should be walking past those later today. So there's an idea of the scale of it all. And then it all goes flat beyond there. Because I think that hill there is probably the last on the South Downs. It's the end of the Downs, basically. It's all rather flat that way until you get to the end of the country. So yeah, anyway, keep moving or die. Yeah, alright, let's have another quick panorama stop. There's the sign. I'm still on the trail. Can't talk properly because I've got a mouthful of scuff thing. You probably can't hear me anyway. So we've got Lewes, floodplains, distant hills that I shall have to tackle this afternoon. And here we are, this is interesting to see. Clean, glimmer, glimmer. And some really warped bushes and stuff. Yeah, I should be seeing the sea quite a lot from here on in, really. because across those hills there, and then I think beyond is the last set of hills in the distance, and just see the sticky outy cliff edge on the sea there. And I think we head south from Alfriston for the last day and basically literally walk along the sea cliffs the approach into Eastbourne. But that's for another day. Still got some interior hinterland to deal with first. Oh, it's magnificent, eh? Not much to look at in that direction. Just the relentless, uncaring wind. Yeah, I can feel my legs cooling down again. Time to stopping and keep going. Yes. That was tense. That gate was guarded. You didn't want to let me through, did you? No. Yeah. Turns out that gate was actually your scratching post. Yeah, so I managed to negotiate a settlement and agree passage and terms. Yeah. It's the downside of the South Downs Way as opposed to the Southwest Coast path. Look at the state of that path. It's just all trodden up, cows all over it. And someone's willfully obstructing the gate. Still, that's alright, we all get along here, don't we? Quite placid creatures, really. It's the bulls you've got to watch. God, look at them all bunched up at the far end of this field in the howling wind. I mean, I guess you're probably used to it a bit more, but it can't be hugely pleasant. Still, here we go, there's another sign, lots of different colours. I want the blue one that way. Up and over another hill. I'm quite looking forward to getting to that tree line, to be honest. Might break up the wind a bit. Could be time to have a stop and a cup of coffee and a bag of crisps or something. Right, can't stop and talk to you people. I'm going to freak my legs off. Mind me, no sooner did I put the phone away than I find an interesting thing. Look at this, pile of rocks. I thought, oh god, it's another memorial. No, this is different. Look, sign here, and you can't quite make out the word lettering, but I can read it for you. It says Meridian line, and apparently that one on the left says Western Hemisphere, and that one says Eastern Hemisphere. So I'm doing an important bit of Palin-esque global travel. There we go. Hurrah! I'm now in the Eastern Hemisphere. Fantastic. So I guess somewhere north of here is Greenwich. Fantastic. Oh no, I'm being followed by a dog walker. Right, here we go. Spider bench, does everything a spider bench can. I don't know, I keep seeing stuff like this. I mean, strictly speaking, that's got 6 legs, so, you know, not actually an arachnid, but, you know, What? Hey? No, don't understand. Anyway, down in the valley, wind's let up, which is nice. There's a farm there, some cows. I don't know where it goes after this. It goes over there, but I can't see anything on the opposite side, so perhaps we go along the road? I don't know. Perhaps I should get the map out. Now I've got a spider bench to sit on. Well, that's disappointing. I was expecting it to go lolloping off across the countryside. Right, yes, let's get the map. Stare at my armpit for a minute while I get the map out. So I'm still here. Oh, there's a motorbikist. I can hear a lot of motorbiking going on from up the hill there, so wind carrying it over. Big vans going up as well, probably with motorbikes in the back. It's probably some sort of motocross thing going on up there. Right, let's have a look. 2 maps today. There's Brighton and Hove. Yes, familiar with that kind of scenery. Probably walked across it myself. So, there we go. Pink Splodge, Lewes, Eastbourne. We're between OL11 and OL25. So, let's see if I can find me on the map. It's nice to be able to sit down somewhere where I'm not immediately going to freeze to death. Let's try and work it out. Yeah, this all looks familiar. So, I've been yomping along there. That's where I joined the trail. The big steep hill. Lewes. Yes, I've been lolloping along here extensively. and that was Mill Hill. Yeah, that's the forest on the top there, which turned out to be actually just a house with immense grounds. So now down here. So yes, I do go a bit along the road to southeast. Oh, and then we cross this big river, which is the River Ouse, Ouzo, whatever. So that'll be interesting. Yes, and we cross there to Southeast Station, and then big zigzag up this other hill, which we've been looking at across the way, and then all along there and off the edge. Where the excitement continues on map 2. So I'm try and fold this one, get the other one out. Here it is, Eastbourne and Beachy Head. And look at the photo. Oh, look at that. Beachy Head Lighthouse. And there's the cliffs, Beachy Head, Seven Sisters. And there are some hikers, which I suspect will be me, eventually. That is actually the South Downs Way. I think it goes that close to the edge. So that'll be interesting and exciting. And hopefully not very, very windy. And there we are, the end. Not going to bother unfolding this one. Won't need that until after lunch, probably. So, yes. So far so good. Don't even know what time it is because I can't tell because my clock is also a camera. You probably know what time it is, I don't. Oh, my nose is running as well, which is a bit grim. Sorry, I've got a handkerchief. Excuse me a moment. Honk. Right, yeah, I think probably another cup of coffee and maybe even a very small bag of pretzel things. Yeah, the diet's going well. I've lost 1 kilogram a week on average since the beginning of the new year, so that's 4 kilos coming off the end of this week. It works, 1,500 calories a day, calories in, calories out, all that. Just eat a lot less stuff. Still quite a way to go though, quite a lot more to lose. Still, so it's all working so far. Right, see you later. Midday on the River Ouse, whatever. It is. Oh, that wind's picking up a bit. Again. I guess it's navigable. You could probably get a boat up there. I don't know how deep it is. Probably tidal though, this close to the sea. Yeah. Maybe there's the A26 bridge over there as well somewhere, and I think there's a railway line somewhere in between here and there because I came along there this morning on my way from Alfriston to the start. The wind mournfully howling through the railings. Yeah, done well so far. Yeah, well, you can see the hills in the distance there. That's where I was this morning. And directly north is Lewes. And we're going up there next, but not before I've had a sandwich. So lunch break. But yeah, doing well, making good progress, although starting to cloud over. Let's say, got about 3 hours and then that's really going to hit hard, so I reckon I'll be up on the hills probably when that happens, perhaps coming down into Alfriston, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to stop and have a sandwich, but I don't want to hang around too long because the more miles I can get while I'm still dry, the better. How's that for timing? It's okay, I didn't want to get on that one anyway. This is Southeast Station. It's a tiny little station with that death trap of a manual level crossing. Cross quickly. Should eat my sandwich though. But yes, it's the familiar stile and lever gate here on the South Downs Way, and it goes across a railway track. Do not cross behind stationary train, it says. Well, I think that one's gone, so can't believe this is a thing. Why am I not allowed to just use the bridge? Because you have to get a ticket to go on the platform. Yeah. Oh well. Light says green. Here we go. We all know how good I am at roads. I'm walking on the railway. Oh God! Ah! Yeah. Cross quickly. Not off. Well, how unusual. That can't possibly be safe. Yeah. I think it's a do-it-yourself car crossing as well. There's a button in a little housing here. Oh, it's a key, right, okay. Well, presumably you can phone someone on the thing there as well. Wow. I just walked across a railway. Exciting. Have you lowered the barriers? Weird. So we've got across the A26 now. There's a big old bridge just over there somewhere. It's a real gauntlet of bridges here. Climbing again. So we're on the hill, the other side of the valley from the hill we were on this morning. If you look closely, you might be able to, difficult with the gloves on, and the wind. Might be able to see the windmill there, the white speck in the middle there. So I've been up there, come all the way along there, down there, across a variety of different means of mass transport, and then climb this bastard. The wind's back. No, I'm off up there next. So past the sign at the bottom of this hill which said Alfriston 6.5. There's at least half a mile climbing here, so 6 to go. Probably along a big long ridge top type of thing like this, and then a big long downhill to get back to Alfriston. So 6 miles in 2 hours. Maybe 2 to 3 hours. It's about midday, so I reckon I'll probably be hitting the rain just as I get into Alfriston. So it's definitely clouding over, darkening somewhat. That down there, if you can even hear me anymore, is Newhaven. Came through there on the train this morning. That's well, there we go, ran out of disk space again. Had to jettison my audiobook collection. See the sacrifices I make for you people? It's alright, I've got backups on my PC. So yeah, Newhaven. Like I say, the Newhaven to Dieppe ferry goes from there. That was it this morning as the train went past. I don't know what that weird supervillain looking building in the middle is. Possibly some sort of supervillain doomsday factory? Who knows? And there's the sea still. But yeah, it really is getting windy now and getting a bit cooler too. And of course, darkening skies. So I don't think anyone was kidding about that weather in about 3 hours time. So I better get my skates on. And also, yes, stopping means freezing to death. So toodle pip for the moment. 3 interesting things in a row. So we've got an Ordnance Survey triangulation point. I always like these. Big solid modern day monolith. Theodolite screw points and the fixings in the top. Which means I'm on top of a hill. And then here we got these earthworks. So some sort of Iron Age hill fort probably, it usually is. I don't know which one it is. I could look it up on the map, but the map would be off somewhere over Belgium by the time I finished speaking, so you can do the research yourself. And look, ancient agricultural equipment. 50s or 60s probably. It's a bladey thing. Yeah, why not? Bladey thing with a bench on it, because they like to live dangerously in the 50s. And you'd use this, you basically take this on the back of your tractor to a neighbouring farmer's field and then mash all his crops up out of spite. It would probably serve some kind of useful purpose on your own farm as well, aerating the soil or some such. I always thought that was a harrow, but then I think that's the one with the sort of fangy, rakey attachments on the back. So who knows what that is. Right in. Right, onward. Getting cold. Losing daylight, people. Yay! We're somewhere I thought we might actually be. That's always nice. Look at that. More monoliths to the technological age. 2 of them. Redundancy, like it. Relays and transmitters and all sorts on there. Mobile phones definitely. Those upright bar ones. Relays, God knows what else on top of there. Not sure I'd want to climb it in this weather. God, they really make a racket though. So it's 1 o'clock. We've got about an hour before the rain starts, probably, and 2 hours before it gets real serious. So yeah, keep walking. I think I can see the end though. I think that last hill in the distance is the end of the hills, and then it just works its way down towards Alfriston. So I don't know, it might just beat the rain. Made quite a good pace today. It's not too many ups and downs. It's been mostly this kind of level ridgeline stuff. So yeah, good stuff. It's interesting. I mean, on the way driving to Alfriston, looking east of here, there's almost nothing, sort of, you know, hill-wise. It's just really flat and gently undulating, but no hills at all the whole way up. So yeah, we're definitely coming to the end of it. Which, you know, I'd have hoped would be the case, you know, having spent, you know, 8 weeks walking along it. Yeah, good. Yeah, sort of dark and cool type thing happening now, so head down, keep trudging on. It's a metaphor for life, I suppose. Wow, I don't even know if you can hear me at all. I turned around and saw that. Lewes has basically disappeared into this roiling boil of grey, and I'm getting spots of rain all over the phone, so I thought, time for the trousers. I'm ready for anything new. Not so much that lot there. Large party of hikers heading into the teeth of it. Children and all sorts. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure there's a responsible adult who knows what's going on. So, nearly at the summit of what I believe to be the last hill. Up there somewhere. Not before time at all. Just going to really let go, I think, in a minute. It's pretty much bang on schedule. My compliments to the Met Office again. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mind getting rained on down in the valley, but up here, makes it quite hard work. Stinking rain, and the wind chill evaporation off of wet clothes and skin at this speed and temperature can give you serious problems. So up and over, and hopefully down the other side soon, and I better put my phone away for it, but we find out how water resistant it really is. Still alive, just about. Oh, that's not letting up. I'll just keep it facing this way for everyone's benefit. So it turned out there's another hill, yeah, and I'm not entirely sure where my exit from the trail is. I thought the trail goes straight through Alfriston, so my plan is just to keep following it. Unfortunately, I can't really get a map out very easily at the moment. What with the 40 mile an hour winds and persistent stinging drizzle, which is only going to get worse. Yeah. So, you know, keep your head down, keep buggering on, really. Oh yeah, it's a sort of sheltered bit here, you know, which is a relative term. Ah, look at it. I'll be able to move for ice cream vans up here in summer. I am some kind of idiot. Still, onward. Probably the next hill's the last one, I reckon, yeah. Wow, finally a hedge. There we go, some shelter. It's merely drizzling on me now. God, that last mile or two was a bit of a challenge, a bit of a struggle. Basically, yeah, sort of 30-40 mile an hour winds and stinging rain there. Trudging along, unable to stop. I'm all right. I mean, the anorak works well. The trousers and boots keep me dry. It's just the gloves. The gloves are a weak spot. They tend to get a bit sodden, so I ended up with cold, wet fingers, which I'll be all right, but I need to dry them when I get to the car. I've just seen Alfriston somewhere down in yonder valley through the drizzle and mist. I reckon I've probably got another half hour to go. Then I can sit in a car and steam it all up with the heater. So yeah, coming over the top of that hill there, I mean, I wish I could have taken some footage of it, but it was so raining. But there was a big herd of horses on top of the hill, and they all just stood there in this wind, in this rain. What else can they do? It's not like they can open stiles. And yeah, all just like about 30 of them, all just facing with their backs to the wind, just standing there, enduring it all. I've never seen anything quite so forlorn in quite some time, but I guess they're considerably more weatherproof than I am. Didn't look like they were enjoying themselves anyway. Oh, so look at that. Some dedicated runner. I've seen loads of people still out in it as well, and in I suppose what could be best described as athleisure wear. Is that what they call it? Yeah. I'm easily the most prepared person I've seen on the trail today, which makes me feel a little bit smug. Yeah, I don't look like some of these dog walkers or runners are particularly enjoying themselves. Right, I'll try and press on before my fingers get all like frostbitten and drop off. Half an hour to go. I think I can vaguely see where the car is. It looks like I go that way though, and then presumably left and down into the valley. So good, hold on. And here we are, Alfriston. Just come from up there, South Downs way. Not sure where it goes next. That's a problem for another day. I'm going to go and find my car. Blimey, would like to be out there. Yeah. So I made it, hooray! 5.5 hours, 15 miles, just under 3 miles an hour. It's not bad. Pleased with that. I seem to be getting a bit faster at all this, which I suppose you'd expect. Main thing is to stay in trim for when the big coast path things come up. Anyway, yes, thanks for watching and stuff. If you're even watching, I've no idea, I can't tell. And join me next time. Tune in next time. Who says tune in anymore? There's a whole generation growing up who don't even know what that means. Distressing. Next time could be the last one. Well, it will be the last one. But will I make it to Eastbourne, or will I just spend 7 hours sat in a pub in Alfriston? There's only one way to find out. See you later.